Hello. Thank you for tuning in to CNN News. Today we've got a special report. The infamous cult leader Weston Lee has made a prediction that God will flood the earth again because, quote unquote, humanity has fallen into sinning, whatever that means. However, the cult leader has made over around 23 predictions on this kind of event that humanity will fall, and he has all gotten them wrong. Many other popular Christians have called Weston out on this behavior and are calling Weston a false prophet. Although rising sea levels have been reported, this is likely a pure coincidence. Find more information on the CNN website.
We got a problem here. Fuck! The water, it's flowing everywhere. The water pumps are overflowing, the pumps ain't working, and water keeps coming in, requesting immediate assistance. Okay, sending in extra workers. How urgent? We need help. No!
Het nutype is overstrommingsnutostand. Een overstrommingsnutostand is afgekondigd worden volgend gebieden. Groningen, Friesland, Noord-Holland en Zuid-Holland. Worden gebieden geld een evacuatiebevel. Uw dringend geadviseerd om benenschist heblich van en uw naar de hoogstverdieping van het gebouw te begeven. Wordt gewerkt aan het oplossen van de situatie. Blitz system voor updates en verder instructies. Which danken u voor medewerking.
The emergency type is a flood emergency. A flood emergency has been declared for the following areas: Groningen, Friesland, North Holland, and South Holland. An evacuation order is in effect for the aforementioned areas. You are urgently advised to remain indoors and proceed to the highest floor of the building. Efforts are underway to resolve the situation. Please stay tuned for updates and further instructions. We thank you for your cooperation.
Multiple countries have attempted to provide assistance to the affected country.
The National Weather Service in Oxnard, California has issued a flood warning for the following counties or cities: San Diego, California, Los Angeles, California, Santa Barbara, California, Santa Monica, California, Santa Cruz, California, San Francisco, California, and Crescent City, California. At 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time this morning, the National Weather Service has detected severe floods in the mentioned areas. This is likely the result of rising sea levels, and these floods can also be the same floods Western Europe has been experiencing. At this time, you are advised to stay indoors at the highest floor. Make sure you are in a sturdy building. If you are in a public area, you must seek shelter immediately. These floods are rising at a rapid rate. You must take the previously mentioned measures now. Emergency services will be arriving shortly to handle the situation. Please stay tuned to a local media outlet or a National Weather Service weather station for additional updates. Your government thanks you for your cooperation.
Le message suivant est diffusé à la demande des autorités françaises. Cette diffusion couvre l'ensemble du territoire français en raison d'une recrudescence des inondations massives à travers l'Europe et en France, phénomène vraisemblablement imputable à la hausse du niveau de la mer. Les régions suivantes sont touchées par ces inondations: Nouvelle-Aquitaine, Pays de la Loire, Bretagne, Normandie, Hauts-de-France, Occitanie et Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur. Des équipes d'urgence sont actuellement déployées. Toutefois, la situation ne s'améliorant pas, des ordres d'évacuation sont désormais en vigueur. Par ailleurs, ces inondations risquent de s'étendre à d'autres régions de France ainsi qu'à d'autres zones d'Europe. L'état d'urgence national est déclaré en France face au risque de propagation des inondations vers d'autres territoires. Le Premier ministre s'adressera à la nation ce soir à 19h, heure d'été d'Europe centrale.
The following message is being broadcast at the request of the French authorities. This broadcast covers the entirety of French territory due to a resurgence of massive flooding across Europe and within France, a phenomenon likely attributable to rising sea levels. The following regions are affected by these floods: Nouvelle-Aquitaine, Pays de la Loire, Brittany, Normandy, Hauts-de-France, Occitanie, and Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur. Emergency response teams have currently been deployed. However, as the situation shows no signs of improvement, evacuation orders are now in effect. Furthermore, there is a risk that these floods may spread to other regions of France, as well as to other areas of Europe. A national state of emergency has been declared in France in light of the risk of the flooding spreading to other territories. The Prime Minister will address the nation this evening at 7 p.m., Central European Summer Time.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of Environment and Climate Change Canada. The floods that previously affected the United States and Western Europe are now appearing in coastal areas of Canada. The first instances of flooding in Canada have not been known or reported, but flooding has been occurring in the following areas: British Columbia, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland and Labrador. The worldwide flooding is likely due to rising sea levels. However, the reasons for these rising sea levels are being investigated by the United Nations and the American FEMA. Multiple cities are now being evacuated. A solution to stop these floodings has not been found yet. However, research teams are hurrying to find solutions to stop massive flooding. These floods are extremely dangerous and deadly, and has led multiple countries to declare states of emergencies. More alerts will be sent out to update the people.
Er is een nationale noodtoestand uitgeroepen in België wegens zware overstromingen. Burgers in getroffen gebieden moeten binnenshuis blijven en zich naar de hoogste verdieping begeven. Houd een radio op batterijen bij de hand voor noodupdates. Reddingsdiensten zijn onderweg. Bel 576 of gebruik de website van de Belgische overheid via nooddiensten om uw locatie door te geven. Waals-Brabant, Namen, Luik en Luxemburg zijn momenteel nog niet overstroomd. A national state of emergency has been declared in Belgium due to severe flooding. Residents in affected areas must remain indoors and move to the highest floor. Keep a battery-powered radio close at hand for emergency updates. Rescue services are en route. Call 755 or use the Belgian government website via the emergency services section to report your location. Walloon-Brabant, Namur, Liège and Luxembourg are currently not yet flooded.
The National Weather Service has issued a flood warning for the entire state of Washington. Due to massive flooding occurring all across Washington state, this emergency message would be transmitted across the entire state. Residents of Washington state are advised to stay indoors at this time, stay in a strong building on the highest floor. Evacuation teams are currently being sent out, however estimates show it may take up to 80 days to evacuate King County alone. And as the floods intensify, you should ration food and drinkable water to last at least 3 weeks. Many other areas in the United States have also been experiencing flooding, which may only delay time to evacuate Washington state. The massive amount of floods occurring all across the world and the United States has already been said to be because of rapidly rising sea levels. However, humanity has never seen sea levels rise so quickly in a short amount of time, and the United Nations cannot find a conclusion on why rising sea levels are occurring. The rising sea levels have completely puzzled researchers at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration and other agencies. The President, or a presidential representative, will address the nation at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time tomorrow, as massive devastating floods are occurring all across the United States. Shall these floods spread further, a national state of emergency will be declared. If you live in an area of Washington state that hasn't been completely flooded yet, you are advised to evacuate now, as you may not have a chance later. A state of emergency has also been declared for the state of Washington.
This emergency conference is being held due to a large amount of floods occurring globally, causing massive devastation. It's also likely all land on Earth is also naturally starting to sink. The confirmed death toll or missing persons is now 90 million. Multiple countries have came forward with proposals that we will vote on. Shall we get at least 50 votes, these proposals will pass.
Proposal 1. Send UN peacekeeping troops to deliver food and water aid to persons as well as evacuating those in need.
Vote 20 in favor, 30 against. This result failed.
Proposal 2. Giving €5 million to every country in need.
Vote 0 in favor, 50 against. This result failed.
Die folgende Meldung wird auf Ersuchen der deutschen Regierung übermittelt. Die massiven Überschwemmungen in Europa und Nordamerika haben sich auf Deutschland ausgeweitet. Von den Überflutungen betroffen sind Schleswig-Holstein, Hamburg, Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, Niedersachsen, Bremen, Nordrhein-Westfalen, Hessen, Thüringen, Sachsen-Anhalt, Brandenburg, Berlin und Sachsen. Wir raten Ihnen, die genannten Gebiete zu meiden. Zudem breiten sich die Überschwemmungen auf weitere Regionen in Deutschland aus, allerdings haben wir die anderen betroffenen Gebiete noch nicht genau identifiziert. Mehrere Länder stehen vor dem Zusammenbruch und andere haben den Notstand ausgerufen. Die Vereinten Nationen haben eine Opferzahl von über 300 Millionen gemeldet. Auch in Teilen Deutschlands kommt es zu massiven Stromausfällen, da Überschwemmungen die Stromnetze zerstört haben. Die Bundesregierung bemüht sich derzeit gemeinsam mit vielen anderen EU-Staaten um eine Lösung, um die Überschwemmungen in Deutschland und im übrigen Europa zu stoppen. Allen von den Überschwemmungen Betroffenen wird geraten, sich derzeit in den Innenräumen vorzugsweise im obersten Stockwerk des Gebäudes aufzuhalten. Bitte teilen Sie Trinkwasser und Nahrungsmittel sorgsam ein, da Rettungsmaßnahmen Wochen in Anspruch nehmen könnten. Zudem arbeiten wir gemeinsam mit den USA und Kanada daran, Überschwemmungen weltweit gänzlich zu verhindern. Bitte bleiben Sie für weitere Informationen auf dem Laufenden.
Stand by. The President of the United States will be speaking shortly. Stand by. The President of the United States will be speaking shortly. Stand by.
Hello, America. I am a representative of the United States. As the President cannot speak at this time, a national crisis is among us. Over 32 U.S. states have been experiencing devastating floods. These floods have killed over 90 million Americans and has also injured 50 million people as well. These floods are not just devastating the United States, but also the entire world. Many countries are on the verge of collapse, and over 130 countries have declared a state of emergency. A national emergency is declared for the United States. Crime has also skyrocketed as people are using this national crisis to murder, kidnap, loot, and break in homes. You are advised to remain indoors at this time with at least 3 weeks' worth of food and water. National Guard troops will now be deployed to assist.
I've just been informed that this channel will go off the air. I'm going to read this letter sent from the federal government of the United States. This message is being sent out to all non-essential television and news channels. You can no longer continue regular programming at this time. This is due to a national state of emergency declared for the United States. You will be fined or charged if you continue regular programming after 10 hours of receiving this message. Only essential channels like the Emergency Alert Details channel and the Weather channel can continue broadcasting at very low power. Go to https://www.fcc.gov/ if you need further information.